make the origami crane, we're going to start with the taco fold. That's where you're going to take one corner to the opposite corner. Line them up. Increase. Open it up. And we need to get the opposite two corners together. So I'll just rotate my paper. And this time when you're taking the corners, there should already be a crease through that corner. Line it up and crease. Run your finger over your creases, make sure they're nice and crispy. So now you have an X on a square sheet of paper. After you do your taco, you're going to flip your paper over so the creases are pointing up at you like a mountain. And now we're going to take an edge to the opposite edge. So I fold my paper up, increase, open it up, and the other edge to edge, I'll just rotate my paper and bring this up. And now I have a plus sign on my square sheet of paper. So from the beginning, that's just taco, open, flip. You have to flip your paper over. Pita, I call this a pita fold, like a pita pocket. And pita. Next step, you're going to rotate your paper like a diamond shape. If this is poking up at you, I'm going to press in the center so the four corners pop up. And you're going to grab two opposite corners, so it doesn't matter which ones, and you're going to bring them together and down and flatten. This is called the square base fold. So again, if your paper is going the wrong direction, this doesn't work. This way it won't work. So you need to have it so that your diagonal creases are up at you like mountains and the plus sign creases are dipped down like a valley. Poke in the center. Grab two opposite corners, bring them together and down to the third one on the table and flatten the top square down. Next step, we're going to make it like a kite. So this open end should be facing towards me. And I'm going to grab this top flap, it's 2 sheets of paper. This top flap in this left bottom edge, again it's got to be open. If I do it this way, it's not going to work. Top flap, left edge, and I'm going to roll it in and line it up with the center, just a hair away from the center. So from the tip all the way up, it's going to come just a hair short of the center on the left. Repeat on the right. So this left edge that's open is going to roll in and line up just short of the center. Increase. I'll flip it over and repeat. Left flap, bottom edge that's open is going to roll in, and this left edge is going to come right here on the center. Just a hair short. Enough that I can see that crease line running through here. And same thing with the right flap. It's going to roll in to the center. So this is the kite. Looks the same on the front and the back. Next, we're going to take this top flap at the widest point of the kite. It's going to fold down the whole thing. It's all connected. You can't separate it. Give it a really good crease here. And I'm also going to fold it back the other way. So I'll flip it. Come this direction. Good crease. Like this. Now I'm going to open the left and right flap, and I'm going to lift up this top flap only, and at this crease line it's going to open up. So from a side view, you can't open this paper up. It's going to fold flat and open, but I can't bring it big and open like this. At this crease line, that stays flat to the table, and I'm going to swing this open. I call this the snake's mouth. and you have to reverse your folds. Your creases are currently going this way, but this crease needs to flip back the other way. So it's gonna begin to open. Creases are gonna flip, and it's gonna lay all the way flat. I call these the lips. Looks like a set of lips. Same thing on the other side. I'll flip it, open the doors, lift this flat. At this crease line, it's going to open up all the way. I'll hold it here and flip my creases. You're not making any new creases here. You're just taking the crease that's going that way, and we're going to flip it back the other direction. Lay it all the way flat and open. Like this. There should be a split down here. I call those the legs. We're going to take these legs and we're going to make them into skinny legs. We're going to fold them in half. So I'm going to take the top flap. There's a flap underneath it for the other side. Top flap, and now this time this bottom edge is going to roll in, and from the tip of the toe all the way up the hip of this leg, we're going to fold it in half. And this time, again, you want to leave a little gap of space right here to make the next steps easier. So that'll come in. I'll do the same thing with this one. This right flap is going to roll in, and from the bottom, well, I can even rotate my paper here, from the tip all the way up, it's going to roll in just a little short of the center crease line, not a lot. I'll flip and reverse. So here's the legs. Take this top flap, roll it into the center crease, and this one as well. Like so. There's the skinny legs, half the size they were before. And then now we get to make the head and the tail. So these are the wings, that's his back, and we're going to turn to the side, peel it open, looks like a fox right here. The fox's nose is going to flip all the way up to the ear, so I'm going to fold this up and I'm going to close it in half. So I'll show that again. Flip it to the side, I'll peel it open. At this crease line, the fox's nose is going to flip all the way up to the ears, and then like you're shutting a book, you're going to close this in half. And then I'm going to peel it out at a little bit of an angle, kind of similar to the angle I see here, and crease it right there. Same thing on the other side. Flip it to the side, peel it open, flip the nose all the way up to the ears, and close it in half like a book. So it comes from down here, open, flip, close. Right now it's going pretty much straight up, so I'm going to peel it out at an angle, similar to how the head or tail, whichever one it is, and crease. So one of these I'm going to leave nice and straight to make the tail. So I like to always leave the one that looks better as the tail, and then I'll fold the head down. To get the head, I'm going to kind of flatten this paper around my thumb. I'm going to flip it, angle it down, and pinch around it. Dents the head in. So I'll show that again. I'm going to flatten it on my thumb, angle it down, and then the inside of the head is going to dent in, and you just pinch right around it. So that is pretty much finished. All we have to do is poof open the wings. So a couple options for that. Some kids like to just crease and leave it very angled, or you could also put your thumbs really deep in here on the wings, your pointer fingers on the underside, and I'm going to pull very carefully out and poof open its back. You can flatten it back up again and not poof it until you're ready to string them. It's up to you. Origami crane.